Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Mahomes now to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. The Eagles at 6-4 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Great, set.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Hey, 73, 73.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
28 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
These two teams all tied after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it as we resume action. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Yellow, yellow. Easy, easy, easy. Hey, Ripley, 15. Our time.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Saquon Barkley.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley
with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come out in the pistol. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley
to about the 26 here.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Second down and 8.
Good, set.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Down right around the 25. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
63.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Here's Hurts to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That is caught, fighting his way through contact.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on third and inches.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Tyquan Thornton.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
2nd and 10.
No touch that. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Crowd left Yeti. Great. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
176 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Got a man over.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5, and they'll try to get back.